Welcome back. You're sideways and we're in the house, which means it's time for a longer video with fewer views. You see kitchen coming together. I got a stove. I need this hood mounted above the stove. We don't have upper cabinets. We wanted this to be open and not feel claustrophobic. And then we bought a hood that mounts to an upper cabinet. So after some looking around, some figuring out, what we're going to do is this. The back side of this, I'm going to bolt to this wall, pop, and for the top support, we're going to use chain. Let me tilt you up a hair. Yeah, so we're going to use this chain. It's 3/16, it's zinc, so it's shiny. And then I got a whole mess of other hardware. So where we're going to start, I need to embiggen some holes in the back of this hood so that the 1/4-inch bolts we're about to make will fit. Don't worry, this will all make sense just as soon as we get it done. So let me move you over here and show you where we're at. Okay, step one. 1/4-inch drill bit. Quarter-inch holes. Too easy, right? These are toggle bolts. They're what we're going to use to hold the weight of this. So how this works, you got your screw, and you knock a hole in your wall, and then that goes in, and you tighten it down. Bob's your uncle. Look at that. I don't like that. I don't want that, because this is going to be the inside of the hood as you're looking up. Nobody's ever going to see it, but I'm going to see it. And I don't want that. So here's what we're going to do. Focus. Acorn nuts. I love acorn nuts. See, now that, the washer, that's going to look good. So what we're going to do is this. You take my door opener, that's definitely long enough. You can save that for later. Now, starting at the end that I didn't butcher, come on, thread. I'm going to run it through my 1/4-20 die. This would be easier if I'd go out to the garage where the vise is. But I don't want to. I'll come back when I have this together. You just wait there. Alright, got those made up. So, that's what they'll look like on the inside. See how much oh, come on, look at it. How much nicer that looks than like a big Phillips thing. So what's going to happen now is I'll drill my hole in the wall, and that toggle will pop through the hole, spring it on the other side, we'll tighten down that bolt, and it'll pinch it, and it'll hold it. So I already did my measuring. I'm going to turn you around, you can't see this side. I get a center line, that's the bottom. Need a hole there, a hole there. Oh, I lost them. Where's it at there? I promise there are dots on the ceiling too where the hooks will come down. They're up there, I swear to God. So I need to knock in my holes for these toggle bolts. And we're gonna do the same thing in the ceiling to hang this chain from. But instead of those acorn nut bolts we custom made, we'll have this in the ceiling and the chain will go on with a quick link. So chain down, screwed to the wall, hung up. This thing doesn't weigh nothing. I could probably really just zap 2 bolts in the back and it would be fine, but there's no kill like overkill, so let's hang you back up and drill some holes. As per the instructions for the toggle bolts, I need a 5/8 hole, which seems big. Problem. My drill bits only go to 3/8. This is a problem. Where do I get a 5/8 drill bit? I gotta go look for parts. We'll be back. All right, today is tomorrow. I just swing by Harbor Freight and get drill bits big enough. So the ones I want to do first are the ones in the ceiling. The reason for this is this is the hardware that I made up to go in the ceiling, right? We got a toggle and a washer. The idea is once this is up, I'll be able to tighten this nut down to squeeze this all and make it look good. My concern here is that I don't know that this is actually going to go up into the ceiling far enough to spring. I don't know how thick that drywall is. I think you're supposed to use like 5/8. So if this doesn't work, I can't finish this project tonight. I'm going to have to go get longer eye bolts. So we're going to start there. I'm going to get my holes drilled, see if these fit, and then we'll move on. So these 2 holes hit stud. This may be a problem. Motorcycle. Hopefully we can just kind of work in there next to them. We'll see. Come on, baby, don't let me down. This is a small problem. I can't take the washer off. I need the washer. What if if I cut this and make this a hook, I wonder if I'll be able to slide my hardware around it and put it on from the bottom. I can't use this one because it's too short, so we might as well see if that will work. I think 90 degrees, because these are going to be on a bit of an angle. So if I cut it right here, I don't know, it's 3 or 9 o'clock as you're looking at it, because my chain's going to come as an angle, as long as I put the open side towards the wall, the chain's going to pull forward. There should be plenty of room. So, oh yeah. Don't buy cheap bolt cutters. Son of a bitch. That's not going to look as nice as I wanted it to. Oh, you dirty. I'm going to have to take this to the vise and use the cutoff wheel. I'll be back when I figure this out. No, I didn't. I just needed to suffer more. So now, hopefully, be able to push that far enough up in to clear the drywall and slip my big ass washer on. No, not slip my big ass washer on. Oh, get out of the way. That'll work. It's so close. Guess I could slide it that way. Put it on like that. I can roll it up. And then, no. No, a 1/4-20 won't come up around these threads. Shit. Okay, so I'm going to have to run back to the hardware store and get some longer eye bolts. And I should probably look at the custom acorn bolts that I made for the backside to see that they are going to be long enough. What happens when you custom building stuff, I guess, doesn't always work out the first try. We don't edit our shit around here, so hey, get a longer one. Don't forget to take into account that this toggle's got to go all the way up through that drywall high enough to spring open. Yeah, those aren't going to work either. So the bolts that I made for the back, I went to make some longer ones. Luckily, I do keep 1/4-20 all thread around, because there ain't nothing you can't build with enough 1/4-20 hardware. Man, that sucks. Okay, back to the hardware store, I guess. We'll be back. Okay, day 4 of our 10-minute install. I got these, they're painted now. We're gonna have purple stars inside of pink blocks. Normally these would go in the corner of door and window trim, but we're gonna use them to hide the big gnarly holes that we made. You weren't there. The royal we. Then these long eye bolts with nut to tighten, and a washer, and I made 2 blocking plates with these, I don't know, T-nuts or the female side of Chicago screws, whatever you want to call those. So this one and that one hole landed directly in the corner of some blocking, so that's hopefully going to hold. So I got to go up there, up in that hole, and then all the way down there and over to there to put those in position, and then come back down, get up on the stove, and hopefully be able to line those eye bolts up. What we're going to do is I'm going to tighten these till they bottom out in these. In between this little frilly washer is going to be a star, then a block. So those will tighten up till they bottom out, and then the jam nut and frilly washer will press the star and block up to the ceiling, and we'll have a nice little pop of color and like some traditional fine woodworking to go with our industrial zinc chain and eye bolts and stuff. Maybe we're going to end up with some turnbuckles to get the space real even. I'm hoping I can just do it with chain links. I don't want to have to buy more parts and keep adding to this project. Oh, good Lord. So I'm not taking you up in the ceiling with me. So we'll be back to hopefully when I'm screwing those eye bolts in where they go. Okay. I got those up. I had to get the neighbor to come help me because I couldn't put those up and turn them and hold the backing blocks at the same time. I'm disgusting. The crawl space sucks. I got my new longer bolts made up for these holes. No, I have to egg that hole out a little bit. I forgot. I'll be right back. There's a king stud in there. There's 2 studs side by side. What do we do? What do we do? I can't use a toggle bolt in there. It's not going to work. Let me go check the GAC bin. We'll see what other hardware I've got. This thing is going up tonight. It's 7 o'clock. I should be packing up to leave now. The headlight on my bike's broke, so I've got to be out of here at least a half an hour, 45 minutes before dark. I want this fucking thing hung up. I spent all day Monday shopping to find all the parts that I thought were going to work. Tuesday, I spent laying out over top of these fucking studs because I wasn't smart enough to use the stud finder that's laying right over there. Wednesday, we drilled the holes and made the stuff, and it didn't really work. Today's Thursday. I want this thing hung up so I can come down here tomorrow and Saturday. I'm helping Ron the mechanic with floor pans in his race car. So like Saturday night, Sunday, I don't know. Like I want to wire this thing because this power is also the power for the stove, and I need the stove to have electricity for the auto igniter to work, so I got a stove that works. So then we'll have hot and cold running water and a functioning stove. The icebox works, but it's on an extension cord because I haven't wired that stuff up yet. But we'll have most of the stuff we need to have a functioning house, which is going to feel like a big milestone and help. And if I stop, I'm going to lose all motivation to do this. Right, let me go to the GAC bin. Okay, in the GAC bin, the same place that I got those T-bolt Chicago screws, I got some of these. Now I can't use it on this side because that hole's already way too big, and the way it's shouldered, it would never hold in the drywall. But on this one, it's gonna be fine. This thing's gonna go in and grab those studs. I'm going to drill a bigger hole. I'm going to have mismatched hardware. I don't like mismatched hardware. That's this side. But, you know, it kind of is what it is. Hopefully I got a drill bit big enough to yeah, that'll do it. Drill. Okay. Swap this. This is a T30, and it's not quite big enough. So what my hope is I can get it to start with this, and then I'll just have to hand tighten it. But I think this came from like some kind of flat pack, IKEA Big Lots style stuff. I don't actually know. Fucking hate that. Oh. Okay. Bring you back up here. Yeah, a little motion sickness. This is too much chain. We'll come back and cut it later. But I don't know how long this needs to be, so I'm going to guess about that long. I guess it'd be that one. That one. Okay. I've got my 7/16. Drill, bolt. Here we go. I forgot my other snap links. They're over there. And I can't call the neighbor to help hand them to me because you're my phone. I'm a fucking idiot. any sense, I'd have brought a ratchet, but you know, I don't, so I didn't. Attention. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hook on 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hook on 11. Okay. Okay. Huh? Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, come on. Okay, that's slightly loose, but that's okay. We can tighten it up. We left room for adjustment. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. It's centered. Let's move back. Oh man, I collapsed the leg. What do we? I don't think that's a bad look at all. Obviously, I still got to wire it, and I don't know. I need to make like a faux chimney to cover my wiring. That thing's got like a charcoal filter and stuff, so it just recirculates. I can add a chimney later if we decide that it's necessary. But I don't think that's a bad look. That's not too bad at all. I'm going to finish just tightening this hardware down so it can't vibrate out. I'm going to get probably like some the green Loctite that's made to seep in for this stuff, because you can never have enough Loctite. I don't think it's bad. Tell me what you think. How would you have done this? And what did it take you 4 days? Man, that thing's almost sturdy. Thanks. If you watched the whole thing, thank you. I know it was a bunch of running around looking for tools and hardware. That's what my life is. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you got an idea of how to do this more, better. If you got a better plan, let me know. I don't think this looks bad. Hopefully, my wife likes it. If not, we're going to burn the house down. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.